Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Kiljaedas. How's it going? We are back with another Raiders recap video. Yes, could not get it together last week. Unfortunately, I thought I was going to do it ghetto and do it on my phone, but then the internet up north, farther north in Alaska, sucked. It sucked. I thought this is not good enough. We're going to go ahead and do another two-parter, which we got a way to go. So, first things first. Of course, technically this is week 17, but we're doing week 16 and 17. So, week 16, of course, needs to say we need to win out the rest of the season in order to get anywhere. One of that was going against Denver. Denver needed to win out as well in order for them to go into the playoffs. Something had to give. And it was the Broncos, with the Raiders beating them 13-17. It feels so freaking good. Love it, love it, love it, love it. I mean, this game, it almost seemed like we were going to give the game away. I mean, with how many penalties, with the penalties we had, and also with the turnovers we had, it's like you win, no you win, you win, no you win. I can't believe it. Holy crap! This is awesome. Now, moving on though to this week. This week it was the Raiders going against the freaking Indianapolis Colts. Indianapolis Colts, all they have to do is win and they automatically get a playoff spot. However, once again, Raiders need to win out in order for them to make the playoffs. Something had to give. It was the Colts that gave away, with the final score being 23-20. Raiders win. We are one more game closer. One more victory to getting into the playoffs. I needed my heart medication for this game. The fact of the matter is that it just seemed like our defense was doing great and our offense just couldn't get it done. We could not freaking score a goddamn touchdown. Unfreaking real. But the defense did their job. The Colts were forced to kick a field goal because they didn't have the balls to go against us on a 4th down and 3. They didn't have the balls. So what did they do? They had to kick the field goal, and that basically sealed their fate. Derek Carr was smart and he got it done for us to march down the field for Daniel Carlson, who should be in the Pro Bowl, kick the winning field goal. Mr. Clutch himself. Yeah. Wonderful. It was wonderful. All right. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and go over stats. So, for those who have never seen my show, I go over the team stats first. I compare the two, and then I move on to the player stats. Of course, with this being 2 weeks, that means I'm going to have to separate, as you can see, the Broncos and Colts, and then I got the Raiders right here on this side. So let's go ahead and get to it. I am going to be trying to get through this as fast as I can. Y'all already know the stats, but hey, let's go ahead and go over it. So, when it came to the week 16 with the Broncos and the Raiders, the Broncos only had 271 total yards. Meanwhile, the Raiders had 361 yards. Passing yards, the Raiders actually lost out and only got 201 yards compared to 253 by the Broncos. However, the Broncos could not get their run game going. Their bread and butter. They only had 18 rush yards, 18, compared to what was great, what was terrific, 160 yards for the Raiders. Unreal. That's a 5.1 yards per play for the Raiders. Meanwhile, 4.0 yards for the Broncos. Whoo, look at that. I am already stumbling over it. No turnovers for the Broncos. However, as I said, this game between the Broncos, it seemed like we were trying to give the game away with one interception by Derek Carr and then 2 fumbles. Are you kidding me? However, the Raiders won the time of possession with 36 minutes and 37 seconds. Meanwhile, the Broncos had 23 minutes and 23 seconds. Penalties, though, it was tied 3-3. Thank goodness for us. Moving on, though, to the Colts. The Colts only had 270 yards for total yards. Meanwhile, the Raiders had 330. You've seen the pattern. As long as we get more yards than them, we do good. Passing yards, the Raiders were back on top with 255 passing yards. Meanwhile, the Colts were more balanced. They had 148 passing yards, which then they also had a better one for us, which was 122 rushing yards. We went from being 100 plus yards for the previous week back down to 85. Now that's less than 100. Back to our ways. However, 5.3 yard average when it came to that game. Meanwhile, 4.9 yards per play for the Colts. No turnovers again for the Colts. However, for the turnovers, once again, for some freaking reason, we just gotta give the ball away with 2 interceptions by Derek Carr. However, time possession, 31 minutes and 3 seconds for the Raiders compared to 28 minutes and 57 seconds for the Colts. Penalties, 3 for the Colts, and we lost out with 6. We just could not hold our freaking water. We could not be disciplined. That sucks. That was something. But that's it for our stats. Let's go over our player stats. If you want to know the other player stats for like the Broncos or the Colts, you go to Brandon Perna's channel. That's Good Sports. Or for the Broncos, and I don't know, whatever it is for the Colts. I don't know. Who cares? Here it is for the first game though. For the Broncos, Carr once again leading the way. 20 for 25, 201 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Jacobs, 27 carries for 129 yards. He finally got over 100. 0 touchdowns, 4.8 yard average. However, shout out to Barber though for getting that 1 rushing touchdown that he did get. Meanwhile, for receiving, Foster Moreau, 4 receptions, 67 yards, one of them being the game-winning catch. Good job on you. Shout out to I believe it was Hunter Renfrow that got the receiving touchdown for us. Moving on though, turnovers once again. Interceptions was Carr. 2 fumbles lost, which was from Carr and from Jacobs. Defense didn't get anything for turnovers. However, there were 2 sacks from Crosby and Jefferson. 3 tackles for losses, which was again 1 from Crosby, 1 from Ngakoue, and 1 from Phylon. That brings a total of 5 tackles for loss. Good job on the defense. Special teams, Carlson 1 for 1 for the field goal, and everything. 41, that was his longest one. 2 for 2 for extra points. That brings a total of 5 points. AJ Cole for punting, 2 punts, 42.5 yard average, inside the inside the 20 for. Look at that! I am just going over inside the 20 for 2 times, which is awesome. 47 yards was his longest one. Kick returns, you got Jim Richard, 1 return for 23 yards. That's 23 yard average. Of course, the longest one was that. Punt returns, Hunter Renfrow, he only had 1 reception for 6 yard average, which is longest was 6 yards. That's it for player stats for this game. When it was against the Colts though, Derek Carr, 24 for 31, 255 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Rushing, it was Josh Jacobs leading the way. 16 rushes, 63 yards, 1 touchdown, 3.9 yard average. Receiving, it was Zay Jones who led the way with 8 receptions for 120 yards, no touchdowns. However, shout out to Hunter Renfrow again with another passing touchdown. Turnovers, 2 interceptions by Carr, and no turnovers by the defense. However, there was 1 sack by Yannick Ngakoue. For some freaking reason, Carson Wentz was able to get the ball away. Some of them looked like it was supposed to be intentional grounding, but that's just me. 2 tackles for loss, which is from Divine Diablo and Faison, and which brings a total of 3 tackles for loss. Good job on the defense. Meanwhile, for special teams, Daniel Carlson, Mr. Clutch himself, 3 for 3 for field goals. That's 47-yard for his longest one. 2 for 2 for extra points. That brings a total of 11 points. Punting is AJ Cole, 2 punts, 52-yard average. There's only one that was inside the 20. Longest one was 60. We're getting there. All right, kick returns. Johnson, Tyron Johnson. He had 2 returns, 21.5-yard average. His longest was 24, and of course, no touchdowns. Hunter Renfrow did his punt returns, of course, with 3 returns, 21.3-yard average. No touchdowns, but his longest was 41 yards. That was a big one for us. We got through it. Let's move on to, of course, my favorite part of the show. We have the bacon sandwich versus the turd sandwich. We won, not just once, but twice. We're going with the bacon praise burger. Now, for those who don't know what a praise burger is, if you're wanting someone to improve on something, or you're wanting to show them that they can do better in something, instead of maybe going and being like Vlad the Impaler and just impaling them from the butt until it goes out of their mouth, maybe you should give them a praise burger. A praise burger is simply you giving someone positive praise, and then you give them constructive criticism, and then positive praise. And of course, with the turd sandwich being the opposite of that. However, this is the bacon praise burger, which means I'm going to add bacon, which is going to be the best part of the praise burger. Because after all, bacon is the best part of a bacon burger. Bacon loves you. Have some bacon today. Maybe even some bacon flavored popcorn. Maybe get some bacon scented cologne. Ladies love it. Maybe. All right. And of course, guys, this is 2 weeks. Therefore, we're getting double bacon praise burgers. You might as well go ahead, have one in one hand, have another in another hand, and let's start curling until you eat all those bacon praise burgers down. It's arm day today, baby. Curl, baby. All right, let's go ahead and move on to what we got for praises. First off, guys, a win is a win. And that is something that is awesome. Good job on you guys for doing that. Secondly, O-line. O-line, you are the reason why we won the first game. Because you had us utilize the run game so well that we pretty much ran over the Broncos defense until finally they couldn't stop us anymore. After that, you guys helped out with utilizing the run game and also the passing game for this week's game. Good job on you guys. Now, the bad things, guys, penalties. Once again, penalties. Hold your water. Get your discipline. Get your hands off the receiver. You just got to be better than that, all right? Penalties are just killing us. And the other thing, guys, turnovers. If we want to win this next game, or if we want to go far in the playoffs, you guys have to stop turning the ball over. Keep your hands on the ball. Don't let go. And Derek Carr, for the love of God, please just be smart about your passes. Seriously. It is so aggravating. Moving on to back to good things though. Defense, you guys have been phenomenal. I mean, you held the Broncos to less than 20 rush yards when that is their bread and butter. And you did an awesome job against the Colts. Honestly, the Colts looked like a very good team until you guys showed up and showed their offense is not that good. Good job on you guys. You guys have been phenomenal this entire season. And of course, there's always the bacon. And guys, the bacon is simply this. You guys have just powered through everything to get to this one moment. And the fact is, you guys are one win away from the playoffs. One more game. And that is it for the bacon praise burgers. Go ahead and munch on those for about a week. Try not to get a stomach ache. And not only that, try not to strain those biceps of yours as you're curling to eat some of those bacon praise burgers. Next week, guys, we have the Chargers at Las Vegas. It is put up or shut up time. Raider Nation, you better show up to the game and not sell those tickets to any non-Raider fans. Show up, yell, scream, and swear your heart out. I want people going out there and just losing their voice. That's what I want. If not, you're not helping. And to the players of our freaking team, there's only one thing you need to do. This. Just this. This is all we want you to do. Is just this. My expectations from you this season was to make the playoffs. Because I knew, and I still do, that you are a playoff team. You are one win away from meeting my expectations, to accomplishing the one goal I had for you. I don't care if it's the division title. I don't care if it's the wild card. I want the playoffs. This is the year to do it. Through everything that you've been through, it is time for you to just do this. The entire eyes of Raider Nation are watching you. Some of them have been watching you all season long, like me. Some have turned their backs. But needless to say, the eyes of Raider Nation are going to be on you guys. It's time for you guys to deliver. And dagnabbit, Raider Nation, you better be there. You better be there for our team. I better not see a single powdered blue jersey at all in that stadium. It better be rocking silver and black. I have faith in you guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. As you see, I am here with my C-Dub jersey. I got my long sleeve Raiders workout shirt on. And of course I got my new Raiders hat that I got from Christmas. And again, I apologize that I wasn't able to do this video. I apologize that I couldn't do this video when I needed to for that week. I mean, again, I was doing it on my cell phone and I just couldn't do it because, yeah, the internet just sucks up north. But either way, until then, I shall catch y'all later. Bye.